All right, good morning, students, and we're just going to quick talk about observational drawing. You have three choices. So those are your three choices: drawing an object in the classroom, drawing a portrait in the classroom, and then drawing a part of the classroom or hallway. And observational drawing means we are using our eyes. And so for the first option, drawing an object, that's kind of your beginner level. It might not be as interesting as the other two choices, but if you consider yourself a beginner and you want to start, with the bare bones, then choosing an object in the classroom is going to be a good start for you. The next one is drawing a person. That is pretty challenging. I would say it's probably the most challenging of the three choices. And you do have to draw from life. So meaning you're drawing from observation, you're not using your brain, you're not just trying to draw from memory. You need to use either a picture or a person sitting in front of you. And so you could draw a friend or just, somebody sitting across from you at your table. It is a good idea to ask permission first, so make sure that you are not infringing on anyone's privacy or anything like that. So portrait, just ask the person you're drawing first. You could draw yourself, but you should probably have an image, or I do have some mirrors that you can use if you want to draw from the mirror in front of you. So you can use those here in class. The last one is drawing a part of the classroom or hallway. So as you're sitting, based on your perspective. So maybe you want to draw this corner of the room. And that's really focusing on perspective in drawing. So using a ruler is going to help you out. If you decide to go out to the hallway, I want to show you a couple things. First of all, the rule for going out in the hallway is that you are not distracting anyone else from another class. So you are not allowed to peek into windows and wave at them. You're not allowed to ramble, and roam around the school. If that happens, then you get to come back in here and work on the observational drawing from an object, which again is not as fun, and you lose that privilege for working out in the hallway. So if you want to work in the hallway, you are first quiet, and then second focused on the task at hand. You're not roaming around, you're not behaving inappropriately, you're not super loud. If I hear your voice, or I go out there and I see that you're not working or you're talking way too loud, I will just say, okay, you got to come back in. You're not drawing the hallway anymore. You have to choose an object now. So keep that in mind. For the hallway drawing, we have these lovely boards. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way, this heavy box. There we go. Okay, and these are what we call masonite boards. And these are good for holding your drawing paper. Over here, we have clips. So these clips can hold your drawing paper in place if you feel like you need it. You might not need one of those. So I'll just leave those right there. Come take a drawing board. That's a nice firm surface to put your paper on. And we're going to be using slightly larger paper for this. So the drawing paper we're using is going to be 12 by 18 inches. It's this big stuff, okay? So good size. All right, nice and large. And we're drawing large. So you shouldn't have a teeny tiny drawing drawn in a corner. You need to make sure your drawing fills up a good amount of the paper, if not all of the paper. So with the hallway drawing, you can, again, set the paper on your board, grab some pencils, eraser, whatever you need, and go out and start drawing. I'm making some kids laugh. So start drawing out in the hallway. And again, make sure that you are respectful. You are not abusing the privilege of going out into the hallway to work. So again, with the objects, there are lots of things to choose from. I'm pretty open to you grabbing different things. So feel free to kind of walk around if you see something. Maybe it's a spray bottle or something near the sinks, or maybe it's a paintbrush, or maybe it's the record player. Maybe it's one of the heads over here, or a book. Okay, or if you're like, this is boring, I don't like any of these, you can certainly choose your own object, or you can come over here. I have a little stash of objects on this cart. Okay, so we have like some glass bottles and different things like that. We have some bones. There's even like a turtle shell. Might creep you out a little bit. These were just left over from other art teachers that have collected them over the years. So no, I did not kill any of these animals. These are just leftovers. And there's some flowers down there and just different things. You can also come over here back to the cupboard. The one on the left has some objects. So some things you can draw. So if you want something more like a cup or a tall container, a mug, we have lots and lots of things to choose from. Feel free to go through them. You don't have to ask. You just take what you want to draw, and then you can start drawing that on your paper. And if you are drawing an object, you stay in the classroom. If you're drawing a person, you stay in the classroom. So if you're drawing the person or object, stay here. If you're drawing the hallway, then you can go out in the hallway. I recommend not going too far away, and you have to return 5 minutes before the bell is going to ring. So I'll try to remind you before you leave that you need to do that. Okay, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. That was kind of the rundown. You only choose one of those options, so you get 3 options, 1 choice. And if you end up having extra time and you're like, I really want to do the other one, you can certainly do, you know, a second or third option too. You can do all 3 if you have enough time, but 1 is the, only one that's really required. All right, well, thanks for watching.